how much does a website cost? Think of a website like an employee that can work 24/7, right? Without getting sick, without asking for holidays, without asking for a pay rise. So how much is that worth to you and your business? It really depends on what you're looking for. It's sort of like asking how much is a car cost. So you could go for a Fiat 500 or you could go for a Ferrari. They'll both get you from A to B, but it's the journey, the quality and the comfort that you really pay for, as well as a sort of status that is implied by having a better quality vehicle. So it's the same thing with a website. You could get it done DIY and, hope for the best by making it yourself. You could go with a freelancer who has some experience in the space, and you could use an agency to build it out, design it, do the UX and everything else. And you can have something a bit more bespoke, made to measure for your business. So a completely custom platform. So you're not just paying for the build, you're paying for the strategy, the user experience, and everything else that goes into a good website. And so you could end up paying more by doing it cheaply in beginning, either through bugs that you have to fix down the line, new additions that you have to put in because you didn't think about them originally, or even just because of lost business, because people don't trust your website because it looks like it's low quality or hasn't been thought through. So it's important to make sure that whichever you go for, you make sure that it fits your business and your requirements. You also have to consider ongoing costs like hosting, maintenance of the website. If you're using something like WordPress, you have security and plugin updates that need to be managed to avoid security issues. And you also have to think about what kind of server you're going to be using. If you get a lot of traffic and you have a cheap server, your website might get constant errors or it might time out because it can't handle the amount of audience you're getting, which really could cost you a lot of money with it. If you're doing a sale, you're expecting a lot of traffic to come to a website and it just can't keep up with demand.